Right, well, I felt bad. I didn't really get to about the housing. So houses in Scotland, I mean, it's this kind of mentality. Like I said in the last video about how in the 1850s folk were cutting their houses in half and selling half. Well, and I said that mentality continued. I'm not talking about specifically cutting your house in half. I'm talking about the size of the houses that were involved. What it showed everybody was that folk were willing to live in tiny wee boxes. Now, I can praise Labour for what they did in the 1960s, making sure everybody had safe, clean housing. And here's the SNP doing it again. And as I stated, I'm an SNP supporter. But do you know what? It's no... And it's no their fault, right? It's no party's fault. It's the builders and the architects. So we've got this mentality. 1960s Labour, all the houses have to be tiny. And it's utterly, madly, shockingly bad in this country. You can go to America. I lived in America, right, for 3 months in upstate New York, right? And you can buy a prefab house that we here would call a mansion for 140 grand. Here it would cost, I don't know, 400,000, right? I don't really know the prices, but it certainly isn't 140k, right? And you're going, well, do you know what? What are they? I mean, at the top of it, right, 2 streets up from me, they built a whole load of new houses that were Barratt houses. I'm not even joking when I'm saying I'm worried if somebody invited me into that house because I couldn't fit. I'm 6'5", and these people are paying what, 200, 300k for their houses. Something badly went wrong, and like I was saying, it was the mentality of yous are alright with wee houses, you know, that kicked off in the 1850s with people cutting their houses in half. Oh, you're alright with a wee house. Well, all these builders and all that, they all know you've got the bank backing them. You don't have to pay them instantly, and they are getting paid instantly by a bank. So, what's stopping them? What's stopping them from overcharging you and giving you not value for money? Nothing. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're giving you a wee rabbit hutch for 300k. There you go. Sit there and die there. If you want to play about with moving up and down the property ladders, go right ahead. You're the loser in it. Because they're going about doing this everywhere with making all these wee tiny houses. They don't lose anything in what they do. Now, if there was laws to stop them, you know, I mean, these houses, I wouldn't even give you 40k for the houses up there. And I know that, oh man, they are so bad. You know, I mean, if you get a bed set, right, a bed set should go, in a nice area, should go for about 5 to 10,000 pounds, right? But here, we pay 70,000. For a flipping bed set. That's where you've got your living room and your bedroom in the same place, because you don't have enough rooms. I actually live in a nice area, and the top part of my my area, if you go up the other end of the street, there's a load of these really, really, really super expensive houses, and they were all built in 1900, when the Tories actually cared about, like I was saying in the last video, what the Tories were actually cared about the site. You know, they were going to let people do what they want with their houses, basically. You get an architect, you're going to build it, whatever you like, there's your land. And we don't get all this choking fees of planning permission and this tax and that tax and all this. As long as you own a plot of land, you should be able to build whatever you want on it, especially in Scotland. And I'll tell you the best reason why, not just for liberty, but for population. Now, if you're 20 to 25 year old, right, and you're staring down the barrel of what your life is going to be like in the next 20 years, right, 20, 40 years, right, before you retire, your working life, right, and you're like, well, I'm at Wayne's. If you want Wayne's, then you want a big house, and you're not going to get that in Scotland. You're going to get a rabbit hutch and a £300,000 life debt that's going to be with you till you die. Because we don't build big houses in Scotland unless you're a millionaire. It is like some sort of funny tragedy of us doing this to ourselves as well. You know, now I heard about the SNP putting forward the housing bill, and they put forward a lot of, and I support the SNP, right? They put forward a lot of low cost, affordable housing. The housing was meant to be pretty modern, you know, suitable and whatever else. Well, I'll tell you, without even knowing, and I'm openly admitting that I don't know this, I bet it was rabbit hutches, because the SNP still have that 60s mentality towards housing. That 60s, and we've all got it. I mean, before I started drawing attention to it, I bet a load of people who are listening to this wouldn't have thought boo about it. Now, am I praising the Tories with it? No. The English Tories right now would have you living in a cage, cage, right? Would have you living in a cave as long as you could pay them £1 tax a month. Do you know what I mean? They don't care. And they are the Tories that I spoke about in the last video for the 1910s. They are purest evil. They we all know that what they've done and all that, the paedophile rings and whatever else. Right, let's get back to the housing. Right, so the housing situation in Scotland is not going to improve unless we have laws to stop all these builders and architects price gouging us. We should be getting value for money for the size of the houses, and that means once we do, we can have wains, and we can have as many wains as we want because we're not paying back as much to the mortgage, and we've got the house size for it. If you've got a really big house with a load of rooms, right, and you're 20 to 25, your husband, your wife, right, the two of you are sitting in a big empty house with all this extra money, what are you going to do? You're going to have wains. You're going to fill your house with life. If you're sitting in a rabbit hutch, you're already looking at a rabbit hutch with no money. You already feel poor. You already feel low morale. You already feel this isn't worth anything. Even if you keep constantly lying to yourself hour and hour and hour and hour and hour again that this is somehow good or your contribution is somehow meaningful to your own life, it's just went too far. And I'm talking about for 1850 onwards. And it's just like nobody's said anything. Nobody's seen it. It's like, I don't know if anybody's seen it, right, but I just feel like it's like the king has no clays. Who's seen this? Who spoke about it? We're paying for rabbit hutches. It's crazy. Oh, excuse me. Right now, builders will tell you, oh, that's right expensive and all this, right? See, if you're building your houses out of wood is not an expensive material to build a house out of. It is pennies to pounds to add extra square footage to your house. No joke. You can make your house double the size and it wouldn't cost that much. Once the structural parts are all done, which is the most expensive parts, you can add, like decking and all that, and have like, it's not called a gazebo. What is it? Conservatory, right? You can add on that. You can have a basement, a proper basement, the size of the house again, give you an extra story. And this is what they do in America, this is what they do in Canada. Because they get away with it. No, that would be a buff. I was going to say because they get away with English stories, but that's... I shouldn't be saying stuff like that because it's not true. Right, they just found a better way of doing things with their own land. So, Dava, what are you really suggesting here? I'm saying that we should have prefab companies who are willing to make you, well, a tap limit 150k, right? So their tap limit, they get money they can get after you is 150k. Houses ranging from 70k to 150k, and you buy your land, you do your plumbing, right? You've got to be close enough to a plumbing system that you can get in at it. Either that, you're dealing with septic tanks and all that, like they do in the States. And the government should regulate, like, so as long as these people, the prefab company has been approved, you as a private citizen shouldn't have to deal with a nightmare that is planning permission. You shouldn't have to deal with all the taxes. Now, you should have to pay tax in your house, aye, right? But once it's all finished, like, so once it's all done, and you've got everything, aye, fair enough. Right, time to pay into the government. But see, up until then, you shouldn't have to pay a penny. You should be paying for what you actually have and know what the promise of what you're going to have. Now, if you go out and get a plot of land, there's ones up near my local town in a village, right? You can get there and you can get them for about 15k, right? And if I went to a prefab company and got my big mansion, plopped it down, smashing 140k, I've spent 155k on that, and then I've got to get the plumbing in. Right, well, my house will be 2 to 3 times, 4 times as big as your house that cost 200 to 300k. And that's the right way to do it. No locking people in little mini cages, brick ovens, rabbit hutches. Making sure that folk can breathe. I mean, in my town I say stuff like, oh, we're stuck to the side of a rock. Because the fields up the back can't, They're not good enough for you. They've got subsidence, right? So if you put a house on it, it'll just sink right in, right? So we can't branch out, right? But there's that village I was talking about. Now, if you offer somebody value for money versus, if they've been treated badly in the past, like we have, and I'm not just talking about us I'm talking about everywhere except for the south of East England, right? But let's talk about Scotland. We need to populate the Highlands, and we are not going to do it with tiny houses. And that's how I feel. Very impassioned myself. I seem to have woke up a little. I've actually got sleep apnea, and I'm no well most of the time. But hey, kinda floats about. I'm still in a lot of pain, but my mind's cleared a wee bit. Hopefully next time I'll do that my one on intersolar resources, because it's crazy that how much we spend on war, and we could just end it like overnight. Do you know? And I'm not, it would take the whole world a bit of effort to do it, but I mean, Elon Musk with SpaceX is the only one that's looking out there to try and do this. But it is the smart way forward, and war is the stupid way forward. It is really, it's the doofus way of going about things. Don't have much more to say, but our time isn't up yet. I think I'll let it go just now. Hope you also enjoyed the music. Remember, it's free for private use. Open candy license, free to share with your friends. If you want to use it for commercial stuff, then you need to contact me and talk about it. It'll be most likely no, unless you're giving me enough money to come off benefits because I'm disabled. So, enough money for life. But private use is totally fine. I hope you enjoy it. The link's down in the description.